What's up, gamers? If you've seen a recent video I made, or have spoken to me about the concept of Destiny 2 at all since the Edge of Fate, you know I'm not a fan of unstable cores. I'm here to talk to you right now, real fast, about a semi-confusing W. So, if you don't want to watch the entire video, then I'll give you the cliff notes real fast. Bungie's doing away with unstable cores. Confusing W. I'll explain why. But first, I'm going to read the exact actual tweet. This is the Bungie tweet that went out to the Bungie Twitter account or X account or whatever the fuck we're calling it. So, here we go. Last week, we announced that unstable cores would not reset with the launch of Destiny 2 Renegades on December 2nd, 2025. We noted in the TWID that we would provide future updates on how we would rebalance the economy of this currency. We have landed on a plan to fully depreciate this currency. Once depreciated, Infusion will cost a amount of enhancement cores and Glimmer. Overall, we found that unstable cores have been too restrictive across power levels and failed to drive interesting build crafting decisions. Correct. Good job, Bungie, on picking up on this. It seems like they are either semi-listening and it's taking them forever to do things, or they play the game but they play it once every 3 months and they only just now tried to start making a different build other than whatever they started the Edge of Fate with. Whether they be powering up through campaign missions and wanting to try different weapons, or going into endgame content and looking to infuse lower level gear to higher power levels, we don't have an exact patch for this change just yet, but we are working rapidly to align on a target date. In the short term, we have 2 items of note shipping tomorrow with Destiny 2 Update 9.1.5.1. Our goal is to help players with smaller amounts of unstable cores infuse gear alongside power and progression changes going live tomorrow until the currency can be retired. We have added a one-time reward of 777,777 unstable cores to the catch-up chest that will be available in the tower tomorrow at reset. We highly recommend signing in and using these before they are removed. We are shipping a minor change that reduces the number of unstable cores needed for infusion at higher power levels until they are depreciated. We will provide additional updates when available. Great in theory. And here's my in theory, okay? Now look, one, I'm happy. This is what I wanted. Kick out the unstable cores. Fuck those unstable cores. But combine this with a prior announcement that the power level would not be our power level would not be reset, and it would not be going up during Renegade, so we would still be capped at 550. Okay? If you're already 550, you don't need to grind for cores to level up your gear. You don't need to grind power anymore. You're already 550, so you're going to get tier 5 loot drops raining on you the first week or so of Renegades. Why play Renegades longer than 2 weeks? Either A, they need to have a significant amount of content, much greater than the amount that was in the Edge of Fate, to sort of hold us over until that Shadow Order thing. Or B, they have to give us some way to grind. This is my sales pitch on where to go from here. We increase the power level like we used to, bump it up 100 for every major expansion, bump it up 50 for every free major update, or whatever the fuck we're calling ass and iron. But they need to decouple the tiered gear from the power. I don't mind a power grind, and I love tiered loot. But Going into a fucking control match of Crucible, getting a 0 KD, losing the match, completely throwing, and then raining tier 5s on you just because you grinded Caldera for fucking a decade is low-key lame as shit. You shouldn't have to grind Caldera in the first place, and your loot should be correspondent to what you do. I think, in my little humble opinion, tiered loot should be correspondent to expressions of skill. The harder that you play something, the better that you do, etc. Now granted, this still makes it still technically linked to power. For example, if you want a tier 5, I think playing at the ultimate difficulty and completing a mission should not only be challenging, but should guarantee a tier 5 drop, regardless of your power level. Right now, if somebody is playing at minus 90, and they're like level like, you know, like they're in like the mid to high 400s, and like 450, 460, and they are playing at minus 90 in an ultimate fucking strike mission or whatever, they're gonna get tier 4s, maybe a tier 5, because of their power level. Even if they do a minus 90 and they solo that bitch and they speed run it in 5 minutes and blah 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 blah, still getting tier 4s, maybe 1 or 2 tier 5s, depending on however the fuck they're changing up the actual scoring system. I don't know. It's convoluted and doesn't make a ton of sense. On the other hand, Chucklehead over here that grinded Caldera using the sword glitch and is fucking ass at this game, but he happens to be 500 plus. He's going in to an ultimate mission with his fucking buddies, and they're hard carrying him. He does nothing but die the entire time. He ends with 10 fucking kills. He gets tier 5s because of his power level. Lame and retarded. So I think decoupling that directly, and you know, like you still need to be a certain power level to be able to do like the ultimate, like you have to be at least 450. But then it opens it up and it widens your options and it makes everything not as strict. So yes, power is still like it's 1 degree separated from tiers, because your power decides what the maximum difficulty you can play on is, but then the difficulty isn't, you know, like the difficulty chooses what tier loot you have and not your power level. So it doesn't matter your power level. If you're playing something really difficult, you're proving your skill, then you're getting the tiered loot. I don't know, just keep having that power go up, dude. That's what Destiny did for years. And yes, I understand that having the power go up by 100 is the same thing as knocking it back down and waiting for 100. But if they reset us back down to 200, and then we have to grind back up to 400, and then it's 550 with Shadow and Order, again, you get locked to mostly tier 4s on fucking hitting 400. Then, you still gotta grind all the way the fuck back up. But if they just make the number go up, then you're still at your little threshold. You gotta just go play the hard activity. And Destiny players this is a looter shooter. And a looter shooter at its core is about abundance. We as D2 players want to see number go up. We don't want to see number go down. Number go down, D2 player get angry. It's really that simple. Make number go up. Hell, even for all like the damage numbers and everything that we have, I think it would actually be, like, it wouldn't be a game changer, but I would think it would be a little bit helpful for just the feeling of the game. It's just tack a 0 on the end of the numbers that we have for our damages and shit. Just smack a little 0 on that bitch. People like to see big number. Having a build that you're able to do 999999999 fucking whatever the fuck damage is much better than that same build functioning the exact same way with no real changes, except the number that shows up is just 723. Like, okay. Give me back my satisfying 9999999. What are we gonna be grinding for in Renegades? And how long is it gonna be able to actually hold us over? I need to know. what is swapping out this unstable core system, and is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Or is it going to be just the fucking same with a different name? Who knows? Who knows? Christ is king. Go pet a frog. Don't go on Reddit. That is all. Thank you.
I do indeed. Thanks again.
And just one last time, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this. I hope that you guys will keep watching more. Thank you, and God bless you.